Over the weekend, armed residents in the Hilltop area exchanged gunfire.
I'm in the area around 23rd and Ash Street where police officers are roaming everywhere.
Grew up in Tacoma, on Hilltop, 25th and Ash.
Growing up in the late 1980s, young Chris Spadafore witnessed a lot on the Hilltop.
It was just drugs, violence. It was just an everyday thing.
Back then, neighbors were desperate for help to protect their kids. In came Hilltop Artists in 1994, a humble glass-blowing studio in the heart of the historically black neighborhood. The lure of fire, a distraction, and a diversion for kids to get away from the violence. Spadafore was one of those kids, learning to blow glass and create art free of charge. Today, he's still working with his hands. He's an artist with his own home studio.
Sometimes kids are attracted to dangerous things, and it was just the fact that the adults trusted the kids.
30 years later, Hilltop Artists is so much more than just a glass-blowing studio. They serve primarily BIPOC youth from diverse economic backgrounds. Who knew a place that burns at 2,400 degrees would be one of the safest places a kid could be?
Julianhem.
Just ask Julian Hem.
Having people, friends to help you with stuff. It's got kind of bonding, I guess. They're your partners, you trust them.
When Hilltop Artists started in the early 90s, the neighborhood was filled with crime tape, ambulances, and heavy police presence. Today, those things are replaced with the signs of community investment, including businesses, brand new public transit, and across Tacoma, a reduction in violent crime.
We're down about 11% in aggravated assaults. We're down 40% year to date in homicides.
Just grab it right below the line.
Hilltop Artists prides itself on keeping BIPOC kids safe and engaged. At the Glass Studio, students find structure and rules. To participate, you can't skip school.
No class, no glass. So if you didn't go get your GED credits and do something to matriculate, you couldn't participate in the glass. Whether it's BIPOC youth or folks that live here on the Hilltop with me, I think there is still an ethos about we need to give kids something to do.
By continuing to provide a safe space where kids have access to a historically white and affluent craft, Hilltop has become the cornerstone of dreams. For kids like Julian, he's not only safe, but also aiming high.
I like doing this as a hobby, but my dream, job, or what I want to do in the future is become an architect.
And for Hilltop Artists alum Chris Spadafore, he's already living that dream. He's the principal architect at one of the preeminent architecture firms in the state.
The Hilltop Artists was kind of the catalyst. It was the spark that I needed to get me to where I am today.
30 years since lighting up their first furnace, Hilltop Artists is steadfast in their promise to continue to uplift as many young people as possible.
So sometimes you gotta go through the grit to get to the goal.
A golden investment made in Hilltop's youth for years to come. For Facing Race, Sharon Yu, King 5 News.